Hello everyone, it's week 40 and welcome to another Project Life Process video. In this video I have some pretty dark pictures and it has a bright pop of orange, as you can see, so I kind of tried to work with that and it was a little tricky in this layout, but anyway, I'll jump right into the process. I start off with a journaling card that I have every week, and I just added some Kelly Purkey letters to that to write the week number. And then next I am going to make an embellishment on a filler card. So what I did is I took this camera stamp and cut it out in gray, and I really like the way the fussy cut stamped embellishments look. And then I decided I want to try to stamp something under it, but with the white pattern, it's a little, and I wanted to stamp in white. It's a little bit tricky to stamp on something when there's already white in the background because it will kind of distract from the stamp. So I put some vellum over it, and I think that will help it pop just a little bit more. It's really hard to stamp in white on paper. It just doesn't really pop that much in general, which is a little frustrating. I don't think the perfect white ink exists for stamping on paper. And so I'm just gluing that down, covering up the staple that I used to adhere the vellum, and then I'm going to stamp it with the Moonlight White ink, and it's just a little script stamp that says Memories. It's an old basic gray stamp, and you can actually see it pretty well. It's a little hard to see on the video, but it kind of stands out just enough in real life. And then on this photo, we went to Parish Brewery. It's a local brewery in Lafayette, and I wanted to use these letters. I forget which Kelly Purkey alphabet stamp this is. I'm not sure if it's still available, but there are some really similar ones. And I was trying to stamp in the middle, but by the time I did it, I actually had made it to the side, so I decided to offset it, and it's kind of hard to see, but I have a photo in a minute where you can really see how the stamp pops out. And I added some of the little dots that come with the alphabet stamps, and then I'm using this little Make Magic stamp set again, and I'm going to stamp in color and then fussy cut them out. And I don't think this one is available anymore, but there is a new holiday themed one I saw that was in her shop. I don't think I'm going to get that one just because I don't like I'm not super into themed holiday stuff, but I've seen a lot of people use it and it's cute. It definitely gives the same sort of effect as this one does. So I'm using 3 that say enjoy this together, and I'm going to glue them down and offset them just a little bit. And this helps bring some color to this really gray picture and coordinates with the picture of the beer on the other side of the layout. Oh, I also want to apologize. My camera shifted down for some reason when I was filming this video, so you can see my furry sweatshirt and my pajama pants, but I hope it doesn't distract too much, but obviously if it bothers you too much, you can click off of this video. Anyway, here's a look at how the stamping looks. I wanted to show that because it was just so hard to see in this video, and I think it did turn out really nice. So I'm just kind of putting everything in here and seeing it start to come together. And then I am going to leave that picture alone because it's very busy. And I just take this little stamp that says Drink Me. It's from an old kit. And I'm just going to put that on this photo, keep it really simple. And then I'm going to use that orangey yellow ink again just to kind of make the orange color tie in a different part of the layout. So this is going to be obviously on the intro photo I do, and it's going to go on this top picture. And I'm actually in this picture, you can't really see, but there's this little sculpture thing in Lafayette where you are the Y. Basically you put your hands up and make a Y shape, and so it's hard to see here, but I am in this picture. And I stamped another old stamp that says Weekend Getaway, and that's going on top. I think I've said this in the last bunch of videos, but I lost my date stamp and then I had to buy a new one, so while I didn't have my date stamp, I just made layouts and then didn't stamp a date in, but I did go back and fix that. So on the number card, lately I've been really into using craft paper in my layouts. I really like the way it looks. So this is from, I think, like a Midori notebook, and I basically just am going to make a little bar across my card and stamp right on it. And I just really like the way that this craft paper absorbs ink. It kind of, sometimes if it's like a darker color, kind of makes it pops, but then it also really helps lighter colors pop, and it kind of can tone them down, or it depends, but it's just really fun to stamp on this kind of paper. And at first I was going to use that orange enamel dot, but I switched for the red because I just really, or sorry, the white, because it was just very bright. Those enamel dots came with a really bright orange color, and I'm just not really sure where I'm going to use that in my layout. And I'm trying to use up my flares. I have so many flares and I don't pull them out enough. But here I just picked this cute little typewriter one. It has a little bit of teal in it, so I think it goes really nicely with that card. And that is my weekly number card done. So then I just have this last picture here, and I don't want to do a lot to it. I kind of really like it because I was able to catch my boyfriend going home on the train. So I just used a stamp that said VIP, because I guess he was a VIP on the train. Not really, but it's a cute little stamp. So that is it. Here is a look at the final thing. It's a little bit of a weird layout because it has the bright orange and also the very mellow grays, but all things considered, I think it turned out pretty good. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week for another video.